never bang. All the Mars and cars now, whichever get up. Light up my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag, So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full span, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening. This is our boxing. I go by the name of BNG, featuring yours truly, Trey. What's good?
Well, good, cuz. What you saying? How's your day going? Like, how's it been?
It's all good. It's all good. And yours?
Cuz, it's been tremendous. I can't complain. I'm just a bit excited, obviously, for us to do this show midweek. We've got a lot to obviously catch up on, of course. Big preview for your man. He's back. So, yeah, let's get cracking, cuz.
The Watford King is back.
Watford King.
Watford King is back. The two-time former heavyweight champion is back. Well, listen, what's your views on the statement he made? He said, if he loses, this is it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that, sometimes you need to put pressure on yourself, challenge yourself. Maybe that's his way of putting the pressure on himself to deliver a tremendous performance. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel that, over the years, he's been able to, give us good memories, good vibes. And I just felt that when he lost his titles, lost to Usyk twice, that those people that were, loving him when he was on the up, now that obviously he's come through 2 losses, those same people have obviously, doubted him. So, yeah, he has every right to be like, F this, F that, F this, that. He has every right, because it's frustration at the end of the day. But then at the same time, it's good pressure for him to have. So he needs to deliver on Saturday.
Do you think that Jermaine Franklin can cause an upset, or do you think that he's a threat to AJ?
Definitely, yeah. You just have to look at the Dylan White fight. He obviously, caused Dylan a lot of problems. He's the body snatcher. You could argue, yes, he had a new trainer and he's still, sort of adjusting, sort of similar to a Coley, last weekend. But, Franklin put a big statement out there that, he can mix it up with the big dogs, and he's going to be hungry, to give AJ another loss. So this is a very dangerous fight, because you've seen how Franklin looks, now. He looks in top shape. He looks like he's hungry. He's ready. He's got a second point to prove as well. In London, I think that's a very dangerous opponent. And if AJ is thinking, this guy's going to be a step-aside guy, that's the wrong mindset, man, because he's fighting a very hungry man. And, big up Tony Ellis, man, always coming into the show. He's obviously saying AJ will want to do better than... Exactly. That's the motivator. That's the driver. And I think that's why he's put the pressure on himself that if he loses, he should retire. Definitely. Because he's obviously thinking, White, got the points victory. So he's probably thinking, look, I've got to go in there, get the job done in tremendous fashion so that he can put a statement out there to say, look, guys, I'm still hungry. I'm still ready. And I'm still here to be champion again. Yes, big up Mike Daly as well. Big up Enough Love as well. But cuz, what's your thoughts, man? This is your guy. This is AJ.
Yeah, no,
at the O2, your stadium.
Of course, AJ made a valid point. He said, look, no belts on the line, so the pressure's off, because there used to always be pressure, with mandatory challenges, etc., and negotiations. So he's happy that the simple fact that, look, do you know what? It's just him and Franklin in the ring. I believe he's calmer. I feel that I can't see this fight going 12 rounds. I personally cannot see it. It could possibly, but I can't see it. My prediction, if you're to say, I think later round, AJ will stop Franklin. I understand AJ said that he's prepared for the whole 12 round, and I understand he is. But I think, seeing it from his eyes, I think, this is it. He needs to make a statement, because if he doesn't knock out Franklin, or if it goes to points and he wins on points, then perhaps, people will be questioning his skills. Is he ready to perform with the likes of, Wilder, Fury, etc.? Because he even said today, he said he's not really interested in the Dylan fight. the fight's there, yeah, but the people he wants to fight is Joe Joyce, Wilder, and Fury. But I'm saying Baby Miller as well, chuck him in.
Yeah, that's because I think, you know what, if Eddie Hearn is ever going to listen to this pod, and I believe he will one day, if Baby Miller versus Joshua happens in America, you need to get your 5% cut because you've been promoting it since last year, cuz.
Not even that, right? AJ said, give him about 18 months. He wants to become three times world champion again. They asked him about Undisputed. He said, I forget it. It's just long. Me personally, I think the best way for Joshua to get a title shot is if he fights, after this fight, if he fights Herkovich. Because Herkovich is next in line for, I believe, is it either the WBO? I think, I'm not too sure, or IBO. So if he beats Herkovich, hey, he's next in line to fight, Usyk again, or whoever's, the current champion. Or possibly, if he wants, he can challenge Daniel Dubois for the regular WBA, So I believe the ball's on his court.
Yeah, obviously, man. Once again, man, I just want to obviously big up Mike Daly and obviously good points, cuz as always. I think that would be a good route for Joshua. And I just want to read over Mike Daly's comment. Obviously, big up for showing some love and just engaging in the conversation as well. I don't want Joshua to retire, even if he manages to lose this. I don't see it though. I still want to see Fury versus Wilder, regardless. So look, we want to see these fights. Fury against Wilder. Yeah, look. Let's see that. Like a Coley, do we have to give AJ some patience? Yes. Look, Tony.
Yeah,
we've been saying this. Yeah, go on, cuz man. This is your thing, because at the end of the day,
yeah, no. They say when box has a new trainer, it takes a while to adapt. So it gives at least 3 to 5 fights. Do you know what I mean? To adapt. But I strongly believe Saturday he will do the job. He will do the job Saturday. I think that right hand is coming. Prediction round. Don't get me wrong. I know Jermaine. He's hungry. He's 100% hungry. But I just believe. I think Jermaine Franklin is the best opponent for AJ right now to fight.
I agree with you, cuz definitely. I think Jermaine Franklin is ready for war. In his mind, he probably still thinks he's undefeated, and rightfully so. He deserves to think that as well. So he's coming into this fight thinking, look, I could, I've got another opportunity in London to prove, that I should be here, should be mixing it with the big boys, that I should be challenging for a world title. He's hungry, cuz, man. So I definitely think that this fight for AJ, like you said, cuz, is the perfect fight to have after Usyk. So look, Mike Daly saying third charm might be the lucky charm for Usyk. Maybe his new trainer could make. Look, maybe.
Could be. It could. Well, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I believe if he's, put it this way, AJ's he's been training in Texas, right? So he's no longer here. So he's focused. He's actually focused, and he's gonna get the job done. I need, look, after Saturday, I want to know if he's going to call out somebody, the likes of Fury or Joyce. I doubt he'll call out Joyce, because Joyce got a fight on the 15th of April. But I would just like to see who his next opponent will be. I mean, look, with Franklin, win or lose, he still made it. Do you know what I mean? He's fighting AJ,
Exactly.
So
exactly.
It'll be interesting just to see. It will be very, very interesting just to see.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I agree, Mike Daly, man. Look, he's very hot right now. He's got all the attention. And look, we don't do this enough, but big up Dimitri Salita, man. Honestly, like the job that he does, especially for his fighters, he obviously deals with Clarissa Shields. Now he's obviously dealing with Franklin. Look, he's put him against White in London, and then now he's put him against AJ in London. So from those 2 fights, regardless if he loses this fight, he's up. You can take that onto the next one. You know, he could probably do an American fight with, you know, Baby Miller. You can probably do something with Ruiz. Do you know what I mean? The doors are open. Why? Because he's fought the likes of White, you know, Joshua. At least he's got names in his CV. So it's going to be
building his
good.
profile. He's building his profile.
Yeah.
Building his profile. You know. But I mean, look, back onto AJ. I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves, you know. Just think about it, right? 2012, he won the Olympics. From there, he's pretty much brought back British boxing, especially the heavyweight scene, back on the map. Do you know what I mean? You know,
100.
If anything, now look, all of these media outlets got jobs, not because of AJ, but you know, like the boxing scene in the UK has been big. So I don't think he gets the credit he needs. So like, he's done a lot. You think about it, he's done a lot. Regardless, win or lose, you know, his previous matches, but bro, he's done a lot for the industry.
Cuz I definitely 1,000% agree with you, cuz AJ, like, as much as anyone has anything to say about him, the guy for UK, he's put boxing on the map essentially, because the heavyweight division, even though Fury initially unlocked it in terms of opening the titles, Fury obviously went off, you know, he had his, you know, his issues. Who then had to pick up the scraps when Fury was off? AJ came in, he did a job, and, you know, became champion, and, you know, unified the division, brought some major fights, you know, to the UK. Wembley's like his second home, essentially. And look what he's done, cuz. So I 100% agree. He's a two-time champion, unified champion as well. So look, the respect is there. I just want to see him versus Wilder, cuz. I need to see Wilder versus Joshua, Rumble in the Jungle 2. I'm coming back to this, cuz. I need to see that fight. If Eddie's watching this, Rumble in the Jungle 2, Nigeria. You got Wizkid, you got Burner Boy. These men can perform their performance. Look, I know it's going to be tremendous. I'm going to keep saying this, cuz.
Do you know what?
It's a no-brainer.
Do you know what? Just to go on to the comment there, I believe if AJ wants to fight Miller, Eddie Hearn would do it. If it makes sense, either an O2 again or Madison Square Garden, run it back, I believe that fight will happen.
Yeah,
I believe
definitely.
the fight will happen because Miller, he's been calling out AJ, he's been calling out Wyatt, but Miller wants AJ. I believe that fight can happen.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, big up, obviously, Mike Daly again. He's obviously saying need to see that too. I need it to be in the States so you can go, yeah, look, anywhere really. Look, if it's in the States, if it's a bonus in Nigeria, regardless, we need to see that fight because it's been brewing for a long time. But I think the Miller fight, I sort of just want to add on to what you're saying in terms of Baby Miller. I think that fight, regardless, will happen because both fighters, they don't like each other. And you saw from the first conference that they had, cuz you saw how it was. When have you ever seen AJ react like that since, obviously, when he threw the belts down against, you know, Usyk at the end? But
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You saw AJ react in a way that, you know, he doesn't like the guy. They don't like each other. That's why this fight makes sense, man. I think it is.
Look, put it this way. All right, put it this way. Before AJ fights the likes of Wilder and Fury, right, he needs a warm-up fight, okay? Obviously, Jermaine Franklin is fight number 1. Now, fight number 2, it needs to be either Joe Joyce or Baby Miller. It just makes sense.
Yep.
You know, after that, then he can call out the likes of Wilder or Fury. But the Baby Miller fight, it has to happen. We can't do, you know, who was it who Lennox Lewis didn't fight because he threw his belts away in the bin. I've forgotten his name now.
You know him, man, Riddick.
Yeah. That fight never happened. I know they fought each other in the Olympics, but, you know, it wasn't professional fights, you know what I mean? But these fights now, like, look, no more wasting time, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you now, if AJ says, look, Eddie, make that fight. I want to fight Miller next. I want to fight at Madison Square Garden. Let's run it back. I guarantee you that fight will happen.
100%. Look, man, obviously this comment here, iBoxing, big up. He's obviously saying Ben Shalom has promised a Okoli will fight in Nigeria. Look, cuz sorry to cut you off. At least we've got a promise from a promoter that we have a Nigerian, someone who's naturally or originally from Nigeria, gonna fight in Nigeria, bringing to Africa. So I hope we get to see that fight. Mike Daly is obviously saying he will fight Miller like he fights White. Look, possibly.
The thing is, I watched an interview today. He said he has no interest in fighting White. He said if it happens, it happens, but he's not like excited about it. But I as a boxing fan and me putting on my management hat on, it just makes sense. It just literally just think about it, right? He could either fight Miller next fight in the States, or he can fight Miller here in the UK. Regardless, people will tune in. People will tune in, and if anything, White, if he wants, he can run it back with Franklin again, because obviously, someone's saying, well, Franklin won that fight. Someone's saying a draw. So
there's fights in the heavyweight division, man. Things could happen. So it's exciting times, man. It's exciting times because obviously we're previewing the fight. Obviously, Mike's saying he doesn't care for White either, right? Yep, it's true. You put on your analyst hat. So I want you to take off your AJ's your boy hat and put on your analyst hat.
Yeah.
How does this fight end? What happens? What's your prediction?
You know what? I think round one is gonna be more of a have a feel, taste each other's levers. Do you know what I mean? I don't think AJ should. I think they're gonna both trying to find their rhythm. I don't think AJ should go explosive straight away because Franklin he studied AJ. He's pretty much studied AJ, innit? I believe AJ studied Franklin as well when Franklin fought Dylan White. I think mid round. I think that's when that's when the fight. We will see who's winning from the mid round. But I believe I think AJ's just got a knockout power because Franklin he didn't knock down Dylan. Did he wobble Dylan? I can't remember now. But I believe if AJ's works on his defense, then I think like I said, I think mid to late round. No, sorry, late round stoppage. Late round stoppage from AJ.
Yeah, look. AJ looks big though. I don't think he's going to box Franklin. So Mike's obviously putting out there that he's going for the knockout. It looks like so.
Yeah. I think in this camp because AJ even said like, look, he hasn't been banging weights or nothing. It's literally genetic. He's just naturally big. I think in this camp, I think he's been more focusing on attacking and stamina, because I think with the heavyweight, one thing I realized about this heavyweight division, right? They're too easy to get hit. They need to work on their defense. I know, boxing's all sweet science and that, don't get hit as much, etc. But I believe, obviously, look, Franklin, he's not Usyk, he's not Andy Ruiz. Do you know what I mean? He's Franklin. So I believe AJ he'll potentially try and break him down, but I think if he smells blood, he'll probably finish him.
Definitely, because I agree with you completely. And look, what I want for AJ, and look, this is just me just saying it. I just want him, whatever Derek James' game plan is, just execute. Don't think overly too much about implementing too much what he's taught him, because like you said, it takes a few fights. I think you said maybe about 5 fights for a fighter to be fully in sync with their coach, where it's normal. I just want him to execute whatever the plan is, perform, and just do it well as well, man, and have fun as well. I don't think that word "have fun" is a word that is used enough in boxing, man, but I genuinely think fighters need to also, yes, they're going into war, knocking a guy out, but no, they should enjoy, no? It's sport.
No. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one there. Think about it, right? Just think about it logically.
Yeah.
As a fighter, you sign a contract, right? Somebody wants to take your head off. Yeah. There's no fun in that there. You wanna, get the victory and be safe. Do you know what I mean? Get the win and just bounce. But I do think I think AJ's learned his lesson from Andy Ruiz, because the press conference, remember Andy Ruiz was just being nice to AJ, just nice. It's all a mental mind game, innit? I'm not saying that Franklin is, but I can see a bit of Andy Ruiz just being nice, but I believe come Saturday night, we'll see who'll be victorious. Like I said, man, like he has to go for the knockout. He has to. He has to go for the knockout. If he doesn't win by a knockout and wins on point, as long as he's dropped my man a couple of times, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's durable, isn't it, man? That's basically just saying that the other Franklin is durable. He's able to take shots. He's hungry, but he is. Like I think he's really ready for this fight, Franklin, and it's not going to be an easy fight for Joshua to have, but it's the perfect fight for Joshua to have, because after the losses, he needs to come back in style. It's not for a title, like you said, so the pressure's off. He can just come, be himself and, do what AJ does and, get the job done. So I do expect that to happen. And I love the fact that he has man like Derek James in the corner. Like, you know me, man. I love what Errol Spence has been able to do in his career. Derek James has obviously had a part in that. He's got Charlo as well, who's been undisputed champion. Another one of Derek James's fighters in the stable. So that motivation in itself should give Joshua enough, motivation to know, what? There's levels here, man. Like these guys have been, performing at a top level. So I want to sort of continue that reputation for the stable, because I'm sure, Derek James is not just thinking, it's going to be a payday. No, he's thinking, look, I want to turn this guy into, the best, undisputed. Like, even if Joshua's saying, I don't care about undisputed, but I'm sure Derek James is in his ear saying, like, we need you to be undisputed. I'm not here to just, train you and collect a paycheck. I'm here to make you a champion. So, boom, let's see what AJ can do anyway, man. But, we've previewed this fight quite a lot now, man. So down to the next topic, which we've got a little bit time to do, which is obviously Conor Benn, Eubank, let's just get this comment. Big up Lone Star Steph as well, man. I know you're obviously showing some love. I like AJ in this one as well. The reason why he chose Derek, he can't create openings, so he's going with a guy who teaches just that, punching for openings, and trust that AJ. Look, big up Lone Star Steph as well, man. Love the knowledge, love the powers there, and man, I definitely agree as well. Cause Conor Benn, Eubank, obviously Eubank's my guy. Let's do this, man. What you saying, man?
I'm hearing, don't know how true it is, that this fight might be happening in June the 3rd at Abu Dhabi.
Whoa. How do you feel?
I'm a bit shocked, though. I don't know, because initially I thought Eubank was going to rematch Smith.
That's what I thought as well.
And I thought at least let Conor have a warm up.
Yeah,
but he doesn't want to warm up, so he's either again going to fight the likes of Eubank Jr., Brooke, or Manny Pacquiao. But again, no disrespect to Benn, but I think those fights might be a bit dangerous for him. I think he needs a warm-up fight.
Yeah, ring rust. He's been out the ring, so just get I respect the fact that he wants to get in there dirty, man. And look, certain fighters in even his weight division, like Errol Spence, for example, you saw he came from a car crash, came straight back in with Danny Garcia. Obviously, couldn't do the Pacquiao fight, had an injury, went straight in there with you guys to unify the division. But this is someone that's, levels. Conor Benn has the potential, and I think he's going to be a tremendous welterweight. But he's had some time off the ring. I agree with you. I want to see him, slowly eased back, And then the big fights: Ennis, Ortiz, Pacquiao. You know, I want to see these names. Furman, if he's gonna, fight at 147. There's fights, man, that can be made.
Do you know what? I think the best fight for Conor Benn right now will be Keith Thurman.
One time.
Yeah, I honestly think Keith Thurman and Conor Benn, that would be a good fight right now, because the way I see it, they've both been inactive for a while. Keith Thurman last fought over a year ago now.
Yeah, against Barrios.
Yeah, and I think that would be a perfect fight for both opponents. You know what I mean? But I mean, at this present point now, Conor Benn vs Chris Eubank Jr. Who do you see winning? Because apparently it's at 160.
Oh, cuz you know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. But that's only based on Eubank being Eubank. And you know what I mean when I said that. Like, as in, go back to what he was, when he was, active, throwing 100 punches per round, he had energy, ferocious. That's the Eubank old one. If he's gonna be that guy, he takes out Benn. If he's gonna be, the sort of Roy Jones-esque type of fighter, then he's in risk of putting himself in danger, because, like, I like the fact that he's implementing that style, but I want him to do it in a way that's adaptable, so he could, implement certain areas of that, but then at the same time, he's still himself, which is, a lot of punches each round and ready to, take out his opponent, man. So do you still think Benn is still in eggs? Look, Saka, that's a big
I don't think the eggs are done anymore. Yeah, I think the eggs are done. They expired. They're done.
Expired, man. No more of that. No more of the eggs anymore.
Yeah, but this fight, honestly, bro, Eubank fighting Eubank Jr. Fighting Conor Benn. I do think it's gonna be a dangerous fight. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a dangerous fight. But then again, it's a bit unfair, because like, look, it can't happen. Obviously, we know why. I'm not gonna get into that, but it's just I don't know. They should just wait. I honestly think Eubank should rematch Smith, because on Smith, I think it's a bit unfair on Smith, because Smith, ideally, he could have already challenged, what's his name, Triple G.
Triple G.
You know what I mean? So sometimes I think, like, with negotiation, it does have a knock-on effect on fighters' performance. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, we're gonna wait till. Well, my understanding, as of next week, we'll know who Conor Benn's fighting. But so far in talks, they're talking about Conor Benn, Eubank Jr. Because Smith has said Eubank Jr. hasn't signed the negotiation for the rematch.
You know what? Like, because if I had my manager's hat on, like, for that situation, like you said the best thing, man, and I agree with you completely. A fight like that, like born rivals, two family big names, it needs to be in the UK, man. Like, we could obviously give like a history lesson to those who viewing, man. We had Eubank, Benn, the dads at Old Trafford. You saw the numbers they did. Cause we need to see that fight in the UK. I wouldn't want to look, nothing against, what Saudi Arabia are doing. They're doing a tremendous job. But I just think a fight of that magnitude, British fighters, it needs to be in the home soil, man. So I think Eddie, hopefully he can sort out whatever he could sort out with the British Board of Control. And I hope one day, Conor does get the green light. If that fight does happen, it needs to be in the UK, in my opinion. It needs to happen at the O2 and just, resume business.
But my understanding is Roy Jones Jr. Is he still coaching Eubank Jr.? Because my understanding, and he got a fight coming up.
Yeah, 1,000%. He's obviously fighting, and he's coaching still. And there's not been any sort of disagreement. So I still think that's going ahead. Obviously, let me read this comment from Lone Star Steph. Obviously, big up, man. We love the knowledge and the engagement. So nothing of his going on in his case with the BBC, or is he fighting else? Is he fighting elsewhere around the world? Forgive me, I haven't kept up with the Benn situation since the Eubank fight got cancelled. Cause this is your floor, man.
He is. So as of now, He hasn't got no band. He's been reinstated by WBC, and he's going to be fighting. My understanding, around the world apart from the UK.
Yeah. No, defo. Look, Ray Jones is training Amir Khan's cause. Look, a lot of things is happening. Obviously, guys, man, we just wanted to, say to you, Lord, thank you so much for viewing the show. Of course, we're coming up to the end. We want to be able to, do this for hours, man. But we got things to, sort of work towards. So, cuz, how are you gonna wrap up this show? What are you going to say as well? Look, we've got news as well. Stay tuned. We've got Abdul Khan on our channel soon. So massive shout out, massive love, and let's tune into the next show on Sunday after the big event. So, cuz, wrap this up.
Yeah.
How are you gonna wrap this up?
Well, guys, we're here every Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30. Just have a productive week and tune in and take care. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. Light up my scars with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a back by the So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.